Hello folks and welcome back to Sim Airport. We are here on day 11. We've done a lot in the last little bit. We've mainly expanded the terminal out, so we have 4 gates now. We're slowly expanding this area. We have a kitchen, a cafe. We're moving along in the world here. We have this big open area that I'd like to do something with eventually, and this whole area I want to get filled in as well. But what I really want to do before we can really expand greatly, we got to have some automation here, mainly because when planes come in right now we don't have planes for a while, but when they do come in, what's going to happen here is we saw that they have to get baggage manually from this area, and then that's one of our workers that goes through and distributes those bags and has to go back and forth. It just adds some delay. What I think I want the focus of today to be is twofold. One, I want to go through and just kind of try to make sure we have all of our ducks in a row. But more importantly, I want to make sure that we have a good setup for our baggage that we can expand more as we continue to go here. This baggage area is not that big. We're probably going to have to expand it more. This air traffic control tower is going to probably have to move. And this maintenance area is probably going to get shrunk a little bit. We also want to expand this whole area. It's going to require a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort. So we're going to kind of take it in stages and see how good or bad of a job we do here. I think our first step here, though, is taking a look at our current ticketing area and seeing what we have to do. Because we need to provide a way for baggage to not just pile up here, but to automatically go through our system. So we're going to go over to build and utilities. We looked at this briefly last time and the time before that. I don't remember. But you can see that we have our baggage carousels, and you can see that it's above, below, or at the same level, which will make more sense here in a little bit. We have two-way conveyors, a conveyor, a transition up, a transition down. We have a baggage depot, a baggage hub. There's a lot of stuff going on, and then we have fueling that I'm not going to worry about at all right now. But we have a lot that we need to be concerned about, and we need some more money to be able to do all this, quite honestly. So what I'm thinking right now is we're going to build on a baggage terminal, and that baggage, or should I say a baggage collection area, and then we need to supply it with some vehicles and other things. So let's go in and just start doing the basics of that. And I'll explain what I'm doing here, because this is one of the hardest parts, I think, for people who are new to this game to get set up. So let's go through. We're going to start with the baggage depot. You don't have to do it in this order. This is the way that I'm doing it. And you'll see that there's like the foundation blocks around there, because what's going to happen is it's going to build stuff below where we're at. We are at ground level right now. We can go up 2 levels and down 2 levels from the ground level. So we have a total of 5 levels that we're able to play with here. And I'll go over that in just a moment. But we have to figure out where we want this to be first. I think this area up here looks kind of nice. We can rotate it with the letter R, and I think this area is what I want to do to get started with. So we're going to put that in place, and then we're going to look for hangars. Now, hangars are not for planes, which doesn't make any sense. It's for support vehicles. So we have large hangars, medium hangars, and small hangars. A small hangar can only support 1 vehicle, a medium hangar supports 3, and a large supports 5. We are going to do the 5 one, and I think we're going to place that somewhere over here. Let's see, how much does that cost? $52,000. Okay, so it's not too bad. We'll click on that, and we'll get that one built. And we're going to do several things here. The first thing is this is going to give us an error message here real soon once it gets to 100%. And what it's going to do is tell us that it needs to be connected to our gates. So we're going to connect that to our gates once we have a chance to. And I'm going to hit page down to see what's down there. You can see that that's what's holding us up. Okay, we have that. Now it's given an error message. It's not connected to a baggage hub. It's not connected to any aircraft gates. And it needs to be connected to some other things. So we're going to assign this to all 4 of our current areas. Now it's not going to do anything because we don't have all of the other criteria met, but it's going to lay the groundwork for what we need to do. After that, we're going to assign some vehicles when we click on that hangar, and all I'm really worried about right now are baggage carts. So I'm going to buy a bunch of baggage carts. They're $2,500, which seems like a steal. So we'll go in and get 5 of those. There are buses, and there are also fueling trucks as well. The fueling trucks and buses, depending on how you play, are mainly for remote gates, because we can do other things, but I'm not going to worry about those quite yet. So let's hit page down again and go to the lower level. Also over here on the bottom, or the right hand side near the middle, you can kind of go up and down from there. We're going to build a baggage hub. Now, last time I played this game, this gave me some error messages. So we're going to see, well, not errors, it just timed out with some things. So we're going to put this in right there. We'll see if we go page up. Yeah, you can see that it's showing on this level and it's not on, it shows on the bottom level, but they're disconnected. This should be down farther. Hopefully once it gets built, we'll see that that's there. We'll find out, I guess. And we'll be able to explore exactly what's going on with that, hopefully here very soon. But usually what I've had to do when I've played this game in the past, I don't know, year plus, is save the game, quit out to the main menu and reload it. And everything works fine when you do that, but you have to kind of recycle the game to get it to recognize what you're doing is actually legitimate. We're going to get rid of all of those because we need to connect these downward things over to this thing. See, it's disappeared there, so I'm going to pause the game. We're going to save it. It's obviously called Red Moon Rocket. We'll go out. We're going to quit. We're just going to go to the main menu, and then we'll load it back up, and hopefully that thing will be in its proper spot. We'll see here in just a moment if that is the case. And it is. It's just one of those things you got to know. So we have a baggage hub, and you can see that we have 4 different states of being. We have a consumer, a producer, or a hub-to-hub, or H2H. And you can look at the logos here. This is a consumer, the baggage is going in. This one is a producer, baggage is going out, and these are hub-to-hub. And you can change any of those. It's not really a big deal. What we need to do, though, is we need to go over into utilities, and we need to route our baggage from here to there, and then that one's going to be straight down, except we need the baggage to go the same direction. So we're going to right click and we're going to change that to a producer, and then it's going to go up and do its thing. And that's at least going to give us an initial starting ground. What we're also going to do is we have to build a passageway for the bags to go all the way back to our baggage claim, which we don't really have right now, and it's kind of hard to see what's going on, but we'll get that taken care of a little better here. This is where you can get in trouble really easily because depending on how you have your airport set up, this can interfere with some other things. And what I really mean by that is that we will eventually get some fuel lines. So if we go over to utilities, you can see that there's fuel pipes. They can only be built at one level. They can't go up or down. So if you build stuff in the way of where they need to go, they have to route all the way around that stuff, which can be kind of a pain. Depending on how you build your airport, it may or may not be a concern. How I'm going to treat this is I'm going to build up here on this taxiway and then go across and over just to avoid any potential future problems. I want to get those out of the way as quickly as possible. So we're going to build up like so. Nope, we need to keep going. All right, we're going to do that, I think, is what I want to do. And then we'll figure out exactly what we need to do from there. We're going to return to the surface right now because it's nighttime and we don't have a lot going on. But all of our planes are coming in and going out and doing their thing. Let's see, do we have all of our flights? Everything looks good. And we have more flights en route. That one, oh, we still have more flights en route for that one. Okay, cool. I kind of forget flight-wise what we have as our plans for everything just because, and you can see our workers are down there. They're doing their thing, getting that all constructed up. Now, as we build these things, they need to be separated by at least a space. So this wall is going to go away, and they need at least a buffer zone for them to work. That's why I built this over here and up so that we have proper buffer, or at least more than enough buffer for all of that. So we'll go up here, and because I built this in 2 stages, we need to dismantle that area, and then I can go in and go and build the rest of the 2-layer system here, and we'll have to, once that goes away, which, there we go, we got that, cool, and then we're going to build this all the way over. It's going to come way over, and we have to figure out where we're at up here versus down there, because we don't have any foundation there, we can't see anything. So we'll go in and talk about ways to do that in just a moment. But let's go in and get some foundations set for all of this way over here. Like, yeah, we only need to go. That will work. All right. So what we're going to need to eventually have is these guys are going to move down one because we're going to have the transition for the utilities to go down. So we need to figure out where we can build that, and I don't have enough money to do so right now. We'll get there. But we need to figure out some more things about what we're doing here. So we're zooming through time here. It's 4 a.m. We're building things. We're doing all the stuff we need to, hopefully. And as they build these things, you can see if you don't hire, I only have 10 workers, and some of them are going to be getting used up by dealing with the plane's baggage. So if you don't have a lot of workers, this is a little bit more time consuming. But for us right now, we're doing just fine. And we're up to $108,000 a day. I'm also bankrupt right now. I'm in negative. You have 48 hours to correct that. Usually you want to make sure you don't go too far in the red because it can be very difficult to get out of that, especially if you already have loans out. But we're going to go through. These guys are slowly, ever so slowly finishing this up. And again, it's because not all of them are there. They have to give baggage and stuff. So we're losing people with this. Even though we have our baggage carts going out, it doesn't really mean anything right now. So this is all going to get functional here relatively soon. We are going to take out a loan, I think. Let's see, how can we get the lowest? I think a $500,000 loan sounds about right. So we're going to apply for that loan. It's going to give us a 1.9%, and there's an offer that expires. Well, we already have an outstanding loan, so we need to repay that loan first. I forgot that we did that. Okay. I don't want to take out too much of a loan without having more of this money paid off. So I paid off $75,000 of that. That's fine. It's going to take us a little longer to get all of that, but we most definitely need to. If you've watched any of my other games, I don't mind loans, but I also like to pay them off as quick as I can because I think it makes the game a lot more fun if you can do that. So we're kind of trying to snake outside of this area here with this because it just allows us to work everything just slightly better. And now we're down here on level -2. And then we can go up to ground. And I haven't shown you the above areas. So there's an above area. So you can see there's the roof. And then there's a level 3 that we can build on. And what happens is with the bigger planes, or even these planes, when you have bigger or upgraded gates, they load from level 2. Which is nice because this entire area eventually is going to become baggage claim for us. And then up here will be our check-in area. We'll still have our security area. And then we'll have a really big gate area that will allow us to have people in there. But all the people leaving are going to come down here eventually. And we'll have shops and we can sell them stuff. We can make tons of cash. And it sounds great. So let's continue going down here. You can see in the daylight we can see some of this stuff a little easier. But if you can't see it, you can go over to planning. And what I like to do is just kind of start here and highlight the area that I want to be in. And then I'll go page down. And I can put in that whole area so I have an exact idea of what's above and below where I want to be. And sometimes I'll also kind of highlight the current baggage claim area just so I know that this is our ticketing area and then this is baggage claim of where I eventually want to be. The other option is I can just place them in there and it will be fine. Like the baggage things, they're going to put stuff above and below. I could do that very easily. But I like having the plans area. Oh, we also got our land purchase area. So you can see that we can purchase land here, which is very fun once we get that rolling along. But we're going to get this out to, let's say right there. And then I'm going to page back up. And we need to figure this area out here. So we're going to go over to utilities. And I want a transition down. And we'll put that right in there. It's not blocking the bathroom door, but it does allow that stuff to happen. And then these guys are going to get moved. So we're going to go over and we'll make a new ticketing desk. And eventually they'll get built. It's just that we don't have a lot of workers right now. They're working on that part of this. But you can see that we're going to have a hub over here, and then we can go down and connect this to the hub. And then the hub's going to go over and connect to the currently existing baggage claim. And it's just going to allow us to, one, make a more functional airport, but also it should look better and do all the things. The baggage carts are going right now. They're not actually doing anything. You can see our baggage guys are there, but it's fun to just watch them try to pretend to exist. And we're moving along here. I'm happy with where we're at. Just a little bit more work to get to the point we need to be. And we'll get all of this rolling along here as quickly as possible. All right, where are we on day 12? We're almost day 13 actually. And you can see our small planes are moving in. I don't know, you may have saw that plane come in, but it was going this way, the other plane was going that way. I like to have them act in loops and dedicated pathways, so one-way direction. I just like the efficiency and how it looks visually. I think it's just a much better way to make things function, but that's just me, being a weirdo with all that stuff. But I'm happy with the airport. We are definitely moving along here, and we have all of the things that we need. So let's go over to utilities. Baggage hub is only 2,500 bucks. So let's see if we can line this one up. Let's move it down there. I think that's going to work. And then, depending on how much money we have, which isn't a lot, we'll be able to bring this guy right in there and bring it up to that spot. So this is going to need to expand it by one spot. We'll go into utilities and expand this guy over. And then we're going to run out of money because it's nighttime. We don't have any flights going in. And then we get this kind of silliness, which is just ridiculous. I don't like it. All right, so these guys are going to get dismantled for now. We'll bring them back into circulation later. And what we can do, well, once we have this, we'll be able to build those to go right into this downward transition and do a little bit more with that. But we don't have the money to do that quite yet, but we will soon. So you can see they're working on that. Hopefully that will get up and running real soon. And then we're going to have to save, close it out, reopen it. It's really annoying. The game did not used to do that when I played it way back when. And also the baggage system acts totally differently when I used to play it. But right now this is what we have. So this is what we're going to do. And we'll figure all of that out, hopefully here quickly. But we just need them to build all this stuff up. Yeah, it's just very annoying. So we're going to save the game again. Then we're going to quit, go back to main menu, reload it. And there we go. See, it just took care of all of that stuff. It's a dumb little error that's incredibly annoying, but whatever, it works. It just is a frustrating part of the game overall. Flight-wise, we have some afternoon holes that we might be able to fill on gate D1. So let's see. Nobody wants to go to us right now, so we're not going to fill that. I'm not a big fan of Learyville Air. They're kind of buttheads, so we're not going to deal with them right now. And by buttheads, I mean they're just annoying because they only fly small planes, and I want big planes. So we're going to go into foundation. We're going to get that there and bring that up to that area. We'll get that into place, and then this guy is going to come down to this area, and we'll get our baggage claim better established. So this is a baggage carousel from below. If you take a look at how the kind of beltway goes, so that's going to go off to the left, this one's going to go forward, this one will go to the right, and this one's going to come from the bottom of our screen. As far as laying out where the pathways are going to come from. So I want it coming to the top. I think that's going to make life a whole lot easier for us. And we're going to place these in as quickly as we can, but we don't have money for these for more right now. But I want to get 4 baggage claim terminals or carousels, excuse me, into place. The only thing I don't like about this too is when you're trying to build something, it doesn't tell you how much money you need. So it says we have insufficient funds, but I don't know how much I need. I know that the carousel costs $5,000, which I most definitely have. I have 17, but I don't know what the rest of it is. And that's frustrating. But we'll go in here. We'll dismantle that. We'll get more of these in here very shortly. We just need to save up some more cash, which means we just need some more planes to land. It's not a big deal. Baggage claim from below. All right, and we can almost get another one in there. I'm not going to do that, but we could if we really needed it to. We only have 4 gates, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And somehow, baggage... Okay, it's not coming out of these things yet. They're just being placed near those things. Because you can see they're required to be connected to a baggage hub. So we're going to go down a couple levels here. We will remove the walls that are connecting all these together. Oh, I screwed these up. Look at this. I screwed them up. These guys are wrong. So when I go in here and go to utilities, you see these guys, these two are facing the wrong way. So I need to dismantle those. Ugh. All right, so let's go back in here, utilities, dismantle, goodbye, goodbye. And then construction-wise, we're going to dismantle all of this wall area. And then I'll go back into utilities. The nice thing is now it will actually be the money that we set because we already have the foundations built. And I could fit another one in there if I wanted to, which I think I'm going to do. Not because we need it, but because we could, but we just need to build another wall there. So you can see that that would be right there. So it's going to be one spot removed. All right. What I mean by that, it's one spot over so I can build this foundation with that one area removed. Then we'll remove that wall, blah, blah, blah. We'll get it going. All right. This area, this starts to become a hot mess of stuff, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a moment here, but let's get that removed. And we'll put an extra baggage claim in there, or a carousel. I keep saying claim. Baggage carousel is where you get it. Baggage claim is where that baggage carousel is located. But let's get that one in there. All right, and that will be baggage claim 0 apparently. I wish I could name these. So if 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it did name it 5. Cool. All right. So let's go in, and I'm going to pause the game real fast, and we're going to take a look at this. So this guy's going to dump down, and we're going to put another baggage hub in there. Baggage hub has a total of 6 things. One is going to be taken up immediately by connecting to this. So that leaves us 5, which we could serve all of these. But if we decide to expand our airport or do anything else, it is going to present some problems. We also have a lot of routing we need to do with some of these. So what I'm going to do, I think, is put a baggage hub over here. That will give us 2 outputs quickly and easily over on that side. Or I could rotate it like this, and then we have significantly more outputs that we could potentially look at here. I think this is going to be the route that I want to go. So I'll do that, and I'm going to put another one over here once we have enough money. And then we'll connect those down, and we'll be in good shape. You can see, again, this is just, I don't like this. Did not used to do that, and I'm not sure why that's being caused, but it's incredibly frustrating to try to play the game and not be able to play the game the way the game's supposed to be played because there are issues with the game. So I'm going to put this one back here. We can afford it. Like so. No, like so. All right. Now we have some more stuff that we can do. We'll dismantle that wall. Once this gets built, we're going to dismantle that wall. And we'll start connecting up the system, hopefully here real soon. We're slowly getting there. And I'm probably going to fill this area in as well with foundation just cause. And we'll see what that does. All right. Now, these are not aligned perfectly. They're off by 1. I'm a little annoyed by that, but I'll let it go for now. That's going to come down. We'll bring it into here, and then it can shoot over. That's not a big deal. And interestingly enough, this one works just fine. It's set up properly. This one is there, but it's upstairs. Whereas the other one wasn't upstairs. I don't understand what is going on. It's the most highly frustrating part of this game. It's just random little... Again, I don't know enough about computers, or should I say video game development, to call them errors or coding issues, but I mean, come on. That's an issue that should be fixed. Again, it doesn't take away from the game. The game is great. I love the game, but it's just like unnecessarily annoying for no reason. So we're just waiting for some more money. We'll be able to build on that baggage area, and then we can really start to kind of go hog wild on expanding things. Because once we get some of this stuff kind of established and build out, it gets a lot easier because we can really quickly, easily add this on, add another gate on, and then we'll start being able to purchase land. And depending on how we build this out, we will only have to purchase this, or we're going to have to purchase another parcel underneath. There is a maximum size. I've never reached it. I don't think we will in this video series, but if that's something you want to see, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. But we're back to the black. We're making money, and we're doing the job we need to do. All right, so let's go ahead in here. We'll get our foundation in place. And then once that's in place, so that's going to be a consumer. Go to utilities. This guy's going to feed into there. That guy's going to go down. That guy's going to go down. We will also go into construction and dismantle that and that. And we know we have another baggage hub there. We just can't see it because, you know, why would that be a thing? We'll get that one in place. We can put that there. All right. We are going to have to expand this out because, well, one, we need this to be able to connect to there. And also, we need a way to get some of these down. So this guy, I think, can snake over and down into there. This guy can go down that way. And then these guys, this one can snake down that way. This one can snake that way. This guy's going to snake down over and that way. So, all that to say, I have a plan. It's not the best plan in the world. There are better plans that have come up in the world, but this is my plan, and I'm going to stick with it. So this guy, we're going to take a look at all of these. This one's going to go to a producer. This one is going to go hub to hub. This one is going to be a producer, and that one's a producer as well. Okay. This one's probably going to be hub to hub as well, just so that we have we can expand out that way if we need to. With that, I don't know if that's going to be possible or necessary. It's definitely possible. I don't know if it's necessary or not. We'll find out here soon enough. So this guy is going to come down and over. This one's going to come down and over and connect. This guy, yeah, let's just have it go down and over. We'll cancel that spot because we don't need that. And then this one up here. I didn't think this through. Oh no, that's right. This guy needs to be a hub to hub. So you can connect there. That's gonna go there and down. Too many consumer. Oh, sorry. That's gonna be a producer. You're gonna be a producer. There we go. And we just need to switch them so they all talk to each other. Once these are all wired up, you'll see that as things happen here, we have the baggage cart going. And look at that, folks. Look at that. Baggage is going around the carousels. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So now we have no workers being used to go get other stuff. They're all going through and getting what we have there done. Now, the only thing we need to do still is we need to make sure these guys are all being placed on there so that when they give our baggage in, it goes and does its thing. You can see it's kind of doing it now, even though it's not built. So once we get it built, visually, we should see, okay, so Blakely here is coming up. Bag goes in, goes down. That rando walks into the, that's a big dark hole. Don't go down there. But you can see the baggage goes down, and if we go down, we can actually follow it. And it goes out here, and all those bags are going to eventually make their way over to this baggage hub, where they're going to, so this black bag is going to come over here. It's going to hit the baggage hub. It's going to go up, up, and it's going to load into the baggage car. So it's transferring its bags right now, and those 16 bags are coming down, and it should start taking on bags and doing its thing. All right, I'm very happy with that. We have far more than what we need. We are going to pay off some more loans. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That loan is paid off. We go back to our credit history. It's at 5% right now. It should go up very soon. And yeah, we've done our job. We have a functioning baggage claim and baggage system. We don't need any external workers anymore. And our next step, I think, is going to be expand this area fully out. Add on another terminal or gate, excuse me, and then I think we need to figure out what we're doing up there. But I think that's going to wrap us up here for today. I'm really happy with that, and hopefully I explained that properly. Again, just a quick breakdown. There are several components you need. You need to have a baggage depot connected to gates. You need to have a hangar that has baggage cars. And then once you build that baggage depot, it goes down and connects to a baggage hub, which takes it over to, in my case, other baggage hubs that connect out to the baggage carousels, and also connect to the ticketing area where we can feed stuff in. There is a maximum on this, so I think it's only 5 or 6 of these you can put in a row before you max out one of these. So just keep that in mind if you're building a massive terminal, which takes time. Just be aware that that's a thing that we need to keep out for. But I think we're doing good. And real quick look at ops. Our transportation capacity is perfect. That is aligned perfectly, and we are set and ready to go. So we're here almost done day 14. We've built on our baggage area and have all of that set, and we're ready for future expansion. Folks, thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I will see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.